views and opinions expressed in this program are those of the participants and do not necessarily reflect the views of BronxNet or the program underwriters.
Hello and welcome to Open University from our BronxNet East studios, where we keep you in the loop on current discussions in and around the community. I'm your host, Hanu Evangelista, and we have a wonderful show for you today. Coming up on today's show, we will sit down with an organization that not only partners up with high school students, but also helps mentor them for college success. After that, we will be joined by a group that believes in providing artistic excellence for those in the Bronx community. Then, we will hear from a Bronx native to discuss his fashion blog along with some tips for the fall. So sit back, relax, and let me keep you in the loop with a brand new episode of Open University. Hello everyone, I'm your host, Hanu Evangelista. Preparing for college isn't an easy task, especially for the students living in low-income areas. Joining us to talk about the iMentor organization, please welcome iMentor recruiter Primo Lasana and high school student Ariana Medina. Welcome guys to the show.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you for accepting our invitation.
Of course.
So to start, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Okay, sure thing. My name is Primo. I was born and raised in New York. I went to public high school here and public college. I went to Brooklyn Tech, so my alma mater. And then I went to Hunter College. After college, I decided to go do national service for 2 years. So I moved to Chicago, and I was working with students in public schools in Chicago through a national service organization, right? And so just volunteering my time to work with students, I learned a lot about our communities in this country. I learned a lot about public education. And I found that, I really loved working with students and really loved changing outcomes for students in low-income and minority communities. And then I moved back to New York and began working with iMentor.
That's good. And you, Ariana?
My name is Ariana Medina. I'm from the Dominican Republic, but I currently live in Pelham Bay. And I'm about to start my senior year at Marble Hill High School for International Studies.
Good. So how was it that you got involved in being part of iMentor?
Yeah, great question. So during my years of national service, when I lived in Chicago, I found that when I was working with students, the thing that mattered most to having a successful relationship with a student and successful outcomes for that kid to make sure that they really changed the way that they were approaching schoolwork was that they had a really strong relationship with the person that they were working with. And so watching those relationships develop, I found that I wanted to pursue a career that worked with students, but specifically with relationships and also with college outcomes. So iMentor had the perfect mix of both of those things, relationships and making sure that students got to college. So I, applied, went through the interview process, and now here I am.
Good. So why do you believe that it's harder for low-income students to get through college?
Yeah, there are lots and lots of reasons. I would say that students in low-income areas have less resources allotted to their communities. And so we're trying to level the playing field, right? Because our students, like Ariana, have so much desire and intelligence and talent, but they don't have the same resources to connect them to opportunities that students in more affluent neighborhoods or communities might have. So we want to make sure that we're supplementing, the things that students like Ariana have to make sure that they can get to college. We want to make sure that they have all the same pieces that everyone else has.
So you're a student that been getting this iMentor's opportunity. How has been your experience with it?
It has been amazing. My mentor, Connie Lee, she's been
amazing.
Yeah. But she has been a good mentor since the beginning, and I think we have a good relationship, and that's important in iMentor. We have never missed an iMentor event, and that definitely helps to build a good mentor-mentee relationship. And yeah, has been an amazing year with her, and I thank her everything she has done for me.
So she has been your iMentor for 1 year so far?
Yeah.
Okay. So how is it that you pick these iMentors? How did you recruit them?
Yeah, great question. So my role currently is to recruit mentors. Specifically, I work with our corporate partners. So there's a number of companies that support our work. All of the employees of these companies are the people that we're trying to recruit. So that's my task. And then another huge portion of our mentors come from the communities in New York City, right? And so we spread it through word of mouth. We do programs like this and go and speak to communities, different neighborhoods around New York City. And basically, like, people in our program have such a great experience that they tell their friends, they tell their family members, and that's a huge source of recruitment for us. So both from our corporate partners and also from our community partners and the people who are in our program.
So for people who want to be a mentor for these students, what do they need to do?
So for those of you who want to be a mentor to amazing students like Ariana, the first thing that we're asking is that every mentor has a college diploma, right? Because we want every mentor to be able to support a student through the college process. So Ariana's mentor, Connie, went to NYU, is that correct? Right? So she can really help Ariana with the whole process of applying to schools, picking schools, getting scholarships. So that's the one thing that we ask of our mentors, right? That you have a college diploma and that you have the desire to help a student achieve great outcomes for college. And then if you have those two things, all we ask is that you go online to our website, imentor.org, and click on the button that says Become a Mentor and fill out our online application.
Well, that's excellent. I had a mentor when I was in high school. I had her for 2 years, and the experience was amazing because she would keep update with me. Do you apply for your college already? What class you applied to? What's the status is? And we went to this iMentors event where we sat down and we talked about everything. She would email me, we would text. It was just amazing, and I believe that's a good experience for people like students like her to be able to get these resources from people who already know them.
Oh wow, so you were in the iMentor program.
Yes, I was.
What high school did you go to?
I went to high school for violin and dance.
Oh wow, that's amazing.
It's in the Morris campus. That was like 5 years ago.
and now you're here on the college campus,
here,
right?
yes.
Living the dream, well done.
So can you tell us about any successful stories with students?
Yeah, other than yourself
Yes.
and other than Ariana, we have lots of success stories. I think one of my favorites is a story about a mentor named Debbie and her mentee named Julia. And so Debbie and Julia were matched up, and Debbie was working in book publishing, and Julia was just a high school student in New York City, and they came together and they really built up Julia's aspiration for college, right? Something that she hadn't thought much about before. Long story short, she helps her with a college essay. They come together around a love of books and reading, and Julia goes away to college at Howard University, an amazing school, gets to have the experience of a lifetime in Washington, D.C., exploring all the things that she loves. When she graduates, she becomes a fundraiser for the Obama campaign. And so she's basically running major gifts on the East Coast for the Obama campaign. So gets to help President Obama get elected for his first term and also for his second term, and then, is going on to other great things in fundraising now. The other last beautiful piece of this story is that Julia is now also a mentor in our program. So she went from being a mentee to being a mentor, and so hopefully you can join us as a mentor as well.
Probably.
Yeah, I think so.
So I was going to ask you, do you pair the iMentors that have the same qualifications as the mentees?
Yeah, good question. So Ariana can talk a little bit about this too, I think, but the first process and the first step in building a relationship for us with iMentor is actually making a really strong match. And so that comes from our application. So what we do is we have every mentor and every mentee fill out an application online that asks them about all the things that they're interested in. What do you want to study in school? What are the things that you want to accomplish in your career? And then we ask mentors similar questions. And our computer, we have an algorithm, right? It's kind of like Match.com.
Yeah.
It matches up the mentors and the mentees. And then our program managers, who are the support staff for all mentors and mentees, also use their knowledge of the student and the mentor to make the best possible match.
So what relationship do you have? What qualifications do you match with your mentor?
So I always tell Mr. Simon, he is the iMentor coordinator in my school, that he did a good job finding a mentor for me, because she went to NYU and I also want to go to NYU, and she went for business and I want business too. And we have a lot in common, we connect a lot, and that I think that has been like the key for our relationship, that we share a lot, we have a lot in common.
That's great.
Mm-hmm.
That's good. Well, I hope you the best to go into NYU. This
Thank
is your
you.
last year, right?
Yeah.
Have you been applying already or no?
I'm doing the Common App this year. Yeah.
Okay. Well, good luck.
Thank you.
And just one more last question. How can people donate to iMentors?
Well, we make it as easy as possible. So just like the process for becoming a mentor, simply go to imentor.org online. You'll find on that front page a button that says donate and a button that says become a mentor. So whichever you would like to do, either donate or become a mentor, just click that button and we'll take you down that path.
Well, thank you for bringing us these tips of becoming iMentors and your experience of your mentors.
Thank you so much for having us today, and I look forward to seeing you become a mentor soon.
Let's see. Thank you guys for coming.
Thanks for having us.
We have to take a quick break. We'll be right back with more of Open University.
Hello, good people of the Bronx and beyond. Welcome to A Life in Art.
Welcome back. The Mind Builders Creative Arts Center offers professional training for a student, but also provides youth development skills through their many art forms. Here to talk about the organization, along with the upcoming street festival, please welcome Mind Builders Chair Cynthia Martin and Music Development Director Walter Chavez. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you very much for having us.
Thank you for accepting our invitation to come. So to start our interview, our conversation, tell us about yourself.
Okay, so my name is Walter Chavez. I am the director of the music department in Mind Builders. I'm a professional musician and professional music educator. Mind Builders is an organization that has existed since 1978. We're going to be 40 in 2 years, and it began as a I think a one room in a community center through the our executive director, Madaha Kinsey Lamb. She's the founder. She began this, and she has turned this over the years into a beautiful, very large organization that is providing music, dance, folk culture, theater, martial arts to the community. We just moved 2 years ago. We moved back into a renovated building that is breathtaking. We also provide a safe haven for our community to be able to develop and to be able to grow, especially through our youth. We have many parent volunteers. It's like a giant family, and you could see it. We're here to invite everyone to our yearly festival, and we really think that once you are there, you'll be able to see how it is like a family reunion. I think Cynthia can tell us a little bit more about our festival that we're having this year.
Right. So our festival is going to be September the 17th, and it starts from 11 to 4 p.m. It's great. It's a wonderful experience. As Waldo mentioned, we are like a big family. Let me just give you a little history. Mind Builders came into existence in 1978, like he said, by Madaha Kinsey Lamb. We're located at 3415 Olinville Avenue in the Bronx, northeast part of the Bronx. So the atmosphere itself, once you come in, and like Waldo mentioned, the just having the kids there, just engaging them, just making sure that they do the performance, making sure that they enjoy what they are doing, and they really do. We're like one big family. We're like, it's a lot of volunteers that happen. We engage the parents to just become volunteers if they're sitting there for an hour. How I became part of this was my daughter also needed a place to go from just to engage her in classes, and she's been there. And I myself, as a volunteer, I'm also part of the parent board. I'm also the chair. I've also taken classes. So we have classes from all ages, from toddlers up to seniors. So everybody come on out.
That's great.
And there's something for everyone, right? In regards to the courses that we offer, there's dance, there's music, there's all types of dance classes. We also have a positive youth troupe where the kids learn to go out in the community, and that's the theater part of it. And there's also a folk culture where the kids go out into the community and they also learn to interview folklords. So that's part of the atmosphere and the things that they've learned, and just to keep them occupied, because you know kids need something to do.
I think it's very safe to mention that Mind Builders is very special, and it's what hooked me when I first started working there, that no one is ever denied admission to Mind Builders because of their inability to pay.
Right.
We really take great pride, and we do a lot of fundraising throughout the year so we can work with families and particular students to be able to accommodate them. And some of them, you know, depending on your financial need, you can have a great deal of great music education, great dance education for a minimal amount. And I think that if the community takes advantage of this, we're just creating a much better community. We are at www.mind-builders.org. If anybody is interested in finding out a little bit more about us, donating, whatever, you can reach us there.
So how can students be involved in these programs?
Well, we, like I said, nobody is ever denied for their inability to pay. So it's just a matter of investigating, coming down, and the festival is a great time to do that because we're going to have performances by our students. This year we're actually going to have some special guests from outside of Mind Build, and we all are going to offer sample classes. We are going to offer tours of the building. We actually have an African docent program this year where students are being taught all about our African art, which is it's very special, and they are going to be providing tours for anybody that would like to do that.
So basically, the festival is a preview of what you guys do in these programs.
Exactly.
Oh.
It's a preview of what we do, and it's also it's a lot of fun. This is our third year, and I remember last year the festival is from 11 to 4. And last year, I remember around 3 o'clock, I was standing on our stairs, and we had our stage, and everybody was dancing, and I just felt like I was in a family reunion or something. So
That's nice.
you can get a view of Mind Builders and experience us and explore us, but you can also have a great time.
Right.
Just to finish, tell us about the music scholarship. What are the qualifications for it?
The merit scholarships are, you need to be a little bit proficient in your instrument. You need to be able to read music well. I need to see that this is something that you really want to do and you've put time and effort into it. And if I see that, I will definitely offer a scholarship. And what I would like to see is students that will continue, and we have quite a few students that have gone, let's say, into performing arts high schools because of their proficiency, and also have gone on to colleges. Not necessarily to be musicians, but that was at least something that they would get them into a college. So it's a very big, important thing.
So where can people find out more about the festival and about your current events or your organization?
Definitely go on Mind Builders it's mind-builders.org, and we're there. Just come, just log in, and you can see everything that's out there as far as our events and whatnot, as well as just come by and visit us. Come by 3415 Olinville Avenue. Come into the space, see the big, beautiful building, $9 million renovated. So it's state of the art. It's excellent. And you'll just feel the warmth of family in the place, right? It's great. Come on out.
I should also
September the
mention,
17th.
I'm sorry, I should mention, because we have now moved into the century, and we are on social media. So there's a few ways that we can be connected, and you visit us, like us if you like us, and you can see a little bit more information about the festival and our program in general. So we are Facebook at Mind-Builders Creative Arts Center, Instagram, Mind Builders CAC, and Twitter, Mind Builders CAC as well.
Well, thank you, and we look forward for the festival.
Thank you, and I look forward to seeing everybody. Really, I guarantee you that you will have a good time.
We
If
are.
you don't, come up to me and complain to me. I'll be there.
Personally.
Well, thank you for joining us today.
Thank you for
Thank
having
you very
us.
much.
We'll be right back with more of Open University.
Oh my God, go! Oh, Shane, look out!
Our next guest is a self-proclaimed dandy and a fashion blogger who's all about putting the Bronx at the forefront when it comes to fashion. Please welcome BronxNet's Diego de Leon. Good morning.
Good morning. Pleasure. Thank you for having me.
You look very nice.
Thank you very much, Stop. You look beautiful as well.
Thank you. So Diego, tell us about yourself.
Well, born and raised in the Bronx. Right now I'm residing in Hunts Point. Been there all my life. I've started my blog, Dandy in the Bronx, as a way to show, because I love fashion, I love menswear, and a way to also show, where I'm from as well. I feel that in the sense of formal wear, the Bronx doesn't have a lot. Sure, we have, Baron Ambrosa, he's a dandy guy right there, definitely. But I don't think there's a lot of it, so I want to put my claim in there somehow.
So what made you be interested in doing a men's fashion blog?
I feel like for men's fashion, it's almost like a form of artwork. My body's the canvas and the clothes is my paints. So this way I can dress myself up. I can show the way I feel based on the way I wear. People always say don't judge a book by its cover, but that's not true in real life. So the best way to control that is the things I wear. So I'm able to show people how I feel, how the situation is, all through my clothing.
So you started your blog in 2014?
Yes.
So tell us a bit about it more. You combine your love for fashion, live New York, and photography.
Thank you.
How has been combine everything from men's fashion to food, New York, and photos?
So I started my Instagram during that time 2 years ago, and I started taking pictures of myself, doing the selfies here and there, asking my friends, "Yo, can you take me a picture real quick?" And through that, I just started using Instagram a lot, engaging with people, and people started taking notice of it, and people started contacting me. They were like, "Hey Diego, can we take a picture of you?" And then even companies were contacting me. It's like, "Hey Diego, can we send you a tie? Can we send you some shoes or some suit even?"
Nice.
And through that, I was able to build up my brand, Dandy in the Bronx, and say, all right, all these things, all these people I'm meeting, I'm gonna try to bring them back to the Bronx and show off where I'm from as well.
So how has the Bronx contributed to your style?
The Bronx is so diverse, so many different people, so many different cultures, and there's so many things to get inspired from. I like suits, but some people don't wear suits. Some people, wear different types of clothing, and so many different things. Like right now, your floral, top right there.
Summer.
I know, very summery right now. You got to take advantage of summer right now because fall's like tomorrow, basically. But I'm looking at your top and all right, floral. How can I incorporate floral? Because floral is a favorite pattern of mine, and there's so many different cultures. African, Latino, every different type. And with that, I'm able to see how can I pick these aspects and then use it to contribute to my style.
Well, that's great. I love it. I'm trying to start my blog, but I don't know.
Hey, if you need some pointers, just let me know.
Okay, great. I will. So talking about the fall, what are some of the fall trends for men's coming up?
So going to Fashion Week is coming up, and I've been to recently Fashion Week Men's, and I've noticed that 3 things that caught my attention. One was checkered patterns for men. So if you're a guy, you want to get a leg up right now, get some checkered into your outfit, squares all over. Go to your local, Goodwill or something like that, take advantage. Maybe your grandpa has something, No, for real, the grandpa has some style too. Abuelito, give me that, that checkered blazer, add that to your style. Another thing, bomber jackets. So I'm assuming you probably have, someone out there has a Yankees bomber jacket from way back when. Bring that back. That's really, doing popular nowadays. And with the vintage Yankee feel, you can't beat that. And then third, actually solid colors as well are making a big push. I recently went to this press preview, and it was these big, boots, almost like Timberland boots, and red, completely red, solid color. And also solid color pink as well is very popular as well.
My favorite color.
Well, there you go. But solid, no patterns or anything,
yes.
solid pink. And it also, and because, with fall, think of earth tones as well. Solid green, solid brown.
I love those solid colors. I love fall.
Yeah.
I'm sad that the summer is leaving, but I just love the fall trends that we have.
Exactly. I love the fall too. I get to wear more clothes, so it's not a bad thing.
You do. Because with this hot weather, we can't.
Oh yeah, it's
So how do you describe your style?
So I started with the term dandy because if you look up the word dandy online, it's a very, very formal, very put together, very old school style, three-piece suits, cufflinks, all that. And while I'm trying to get that level of dandy, but I also want to be, from the Bronx as well, and trying to incorporate my own style and aesthetics into it. Whether it be I like adding maybe a color flower here, or I like putting pins all over my lapel, or maybe using a different type of belt. Just taking all those aspects of it, and then the things I've learned from people, it's like, maybe I like that, I'm going to put that in my style. I like that, I like your top, I'm going to put that in my style, Just trying to find out what different people have, and then learning from it, and then bring into my dandy aesthetic.
So you have your own personal style, like I see you added the flower.
Yeah, added my flower. Sometimes I actually like wearing a lot of pins right now. Pins are very popular right now. Emoji pins are really big right now. So I have like a bunch of my favorite emojis, the sunglasses emoji.
Yes.
So I have that one, and I put that there sometimes. Or if I have my, my jacket, a denim jacket, and I'll wear with that, I'll have my 100 emoji pin on it as well. So I'm putting in the pins I like, the emojis I associate with on my outfits because that resonates with me.
Great. So what fashion tips do you have?
So I actually have one quick fashion tip that I've seen a lot of people, at least guys, do. So in terms of your shirt, obviously you should have like a certain amount of cuff showing. So a pro tip actually I have is in your jacket, in your shirt, I don't have it right now, but wear a rubber band, pull up the shirt so that you can manipulate how much of your cuff is showing. Because you don't want it too long coming out of the place. So if you're gonna wear a blazer, put a little rubber band in here, pull up your shirt, and you can control how it goes. Obviously, don't go running around, because your rubber band might pop out. But at least if you need a quick fix, if you're like, oh man, this cuff, is too long, use the rubber band to manipulate it right there.
Right. So what is your fashion blog? What is the website?
So you can find me at dandyinthebronx.com. My biggest thing is also on Instagram, on Dandy in the Bronx. I'm also on Snapchat, Twitter, Facebook, all Dandy in the Bronx. And you'll find me there. Like I'll give quick tips about fashion, places to visit in the Bronx, brands I've worked with, restaurants I like, and like recently I did this post about Swiss gear backpacks and backpacking it through the city, so you can check that out there.
Okay, great. So I'm gonna tell all my male friends to follow you and to follow your fashion trends.
Well, thank you very much.
Thank you for coming today. Unfortunately, that is all for our show. Thank you to our guests for joining us today, and most importantly, thank you our viewers for tuning in into Open University. Remember, beauty begins the moment you decide to be yourself. Again, I'm Hanoi Evangelista. Until next time.